What's up, y'all? This is Durag Rico, aka Senor Savage, aka the one man band at the moment. And this is the first entry into the Durag Diaries. This is just me rambling about stuff that I've been through, stuff that I've been playing. It ain't gonna be worth like a full presentation, but it's basically me just podding right now. I feel like podding. I ain't podcasted in a minute. Shout out to the gang. People started having real life things, but I'm gonna do something to preserve these things that I go through with this gaming journey that I have, man. First off, the realism mode in the Division 2. The Division 2 decided to have the realism mode for a limited time. I know that I'm from a different era in gaming because I ain't heard nobody reference Syphon filter while talking about this mode in all of these videos that popped up when I started searching. Everybody was just like, realism mode, it's nice, it's so immersive, it's harder, it's not being talked about like a gamer from my era would represent it, man. First off, shout out to Syphon Filter. I love the series back in the day. I love doing combat roles and I love shooting dudes and making them fold up like beach chairs falling on the ground and picking up their guns immediately. The realism mode made me think about that. Even though this is made to be a live service Destiny type game where you're picking up loot, different tiers of weapons and armor pieces and all that type of stuff. I used to love back in the day when the guns depended on the mechanics instead of the stats of the guns. The guns were so substantially different that when you picked up a shotgun and heard that pump, you knew you had to be close up to make that shot. When you picked up that sniper rifle, you should not be trying to do close quarters combat with a sniper rifle unless you had that shit down packed. Other than that, you should have been aiming at people's heads over a distance. You pick up that 45 pistol, all that shit has so many specific sound effects. I mean, yeah, the sound effects sound good in a Division, and the Division has some of the best animations when you're running around, but ultimately they wanted it to be an RPG action shooter. Now I'm sitting up here like Ubisoft. I mean, especially Tom Clancy. Whenever I used to see Tom Clancy back in the day, and I used to play the OG Rainbow Six, the OG Ghost Recon, even when I was seeing those games, what was the jet game? Did they have a jet game back in the day where it was like almost damn near like a flight simulator? Hawks, that's what it was called, Hawks. But yeah, man, whenever I used to see Tom Clancy, man, I used to think about supreme tactical combat where you had to use formations, breach maneuvers, and all types of tactical knowledge whenever you're dealing with situations, especially in multiplayer. If you had a team full of dudes, I remember back on the PS3, I was playing Rainbow Six Vegas and I hopped into a game. I was a random lone wolf and I ended up on a team full of dudes who probably did some military work together. They were calling out shit. They had all types of formations, and whoever we were going against, they all quit immediately after the first round, because if you had tactical knowledge and tactical experience and you took it into those games, it was going to mean some results. And when you play the Division, you're going to exhaust the clip into a dude's head, but you're going to see that he got a purple life bar, and then you're going to be like, oh, this is an RPG. The gun that I have is a gray common gun, and this dude has a super whatever elite life bar or some shit. Or I just ran into a dude that got a couple of skulls on top of their head. I'm not even supposed to be in this part of the map right now. And that is what the Division was. That's like, I don't have an issue with it, but it's nice to see some developers out there that want to show some love to the old school third person shooters, because I don't have beef with RPGs. Matter of fact, I've shown love to RPGs on my channel and shit like that, but I would love to have that Syphon filter feeling back, because I'm not thinking of any other place that I can get it from. Like I looked at some videos on Watch Dogs, and Watch Dogs is like, I don't know, Watch Dogs is going for like something else. Watch Dogs look like some detective work to me. Somebody let me know if I'm wrong. Is Watch Dogs in any way? Is there anybody that know if Watch Dogs is in any way related to Syphon Filter when it comes to the vibe, the feeling? Because the Division is right there, but all those RPG mechanics, all those glitter encrusted guns, all of the marketplace stuff that they put in your face is, I don't know. It's turning me off. And like something tells me that the Division has some inspiration from those old school third person action shooters that I used to play back in the day. Shout out to the random dude, because when I played through the realism mode, which should be the footage showing right now, I was playing with a random dude. He was taking his kids to school in the morning and playing with me at the same time. The shit was pretty crazy. He was preparing his children for school while playing the game. That's dedication on the family side and the gaming side at the same time. We ran through one mission. You can only play in realism mode on the Warlords in New York DLC. And the mission that we played, that shit was long as hell. Pause. That shit was like about, I don't know, like an hour and some change. That was like the whole chunk of the map that we did. We ran through sections and sections of ops, and we fought the boss at the end. But yeah, man, it just brought me back to those vibes of Syphon Filter. It made me think of Gabe Logan and Lian Zing. The only thing that we were missing is some stealth. There ain't no type of stealth mechanics in the division. If you sneak in and if somebody sees you, everybody is immediately pouring into the room, and y'all are going into cover shooter RPG combat, exhausting clips into people's faces, unless you playing in a realism mode. But like, yeah, the realism mode, it was like all skill, especially when you start going against the shield dudes and shit like that. Like when a dude run up to you with a shield, you got a chance of taking him out, but your shots got to be nice and precise. And that shit was putting me to the test. I was like, oh shit. I mean, it relied more on skill than the stats on the gun. So that was nice. On a side note, I just watched that new Superman movie that came out in 2025. Nobody said anything about that movie being like about Lex trying to smut Supes out, trying to cancel him using social media and shit like that. How come nobody never said nothing to me like this? How come I haven't heard nothing like this? I haven't read nothing like this. I didn't do any like research on the movie, but I sat up there and watched the movie. It was a cool movie, man. It was like another angle that I haven't seen being approached before with Superman. It had a nice modern twist. It still had a bunch of retro shit that I know a lot of people that know about Golden Age, Silver Age Superman would probably like, and it had a bunch of other cameos by other heroes that play substantial parts in the story. But come on, man, that's fucking fire, man. Supes being smutted out. You know, the Man of Steel, the dude who can't be touched, getting touched digitally by Lex Luthor. Shout out to Lex Luthor, Scalp Gang. He was played by the same dude that played in Fury Road, the dude who sprayed the stuff on his mouth and said, I forgot his name. But the dude is becoming a legend as an actor. I fucks with him heavy. His name will pop up somewhere on this screen because I can't remember it right now, and I left my phone across the premises. I'm not about to go get it right now, man. I'm finna keep this shit going, man. Shout out to all the haters of the Mario movie. I actually fucks with the Mario Galaxy movie. It had a surprising amount of fighting scenes. You could call this a martial arts movie, actually. Like the choreography during the fight scenes in this Mario Galaxy movie are fucking fire. All of the power-ups, so many power-ups that I didn't even know existed because I haven't been an avid Mario player in decades. The last Mario that I played for a ridiculous amount of hours was like Super Mario 64. I played a little bit of Sunshine. I played a little bit of Galaxy. It's been bits and pieces there in Smash. So it's so many power-ups that I haven't seen. It's getting to the point where it's going to be hard for me to keep up with all the new stuff. But as far as like the fighting choreography and stuff goes, I thought that shit was fire. And I don't know what the critics, I haven't read any of the critics who like been like giving this shit like down votes or like low ratings. But for me personally, as somebody who's a gamer and seeing this shit being manifested, the way how these Mario games are looking, the cinematic presentation of them, this shit is maxed out. This shit is done with love and care. It's so many jingles that give me nostalgic feelings whenever I'm watching these movies, especially sometimes it's not a whole song. Sometimes it's just a jingle of nostalgia. They know what that does to the fans. And I think a lot of people are trying to look at this from a cinematic point of view. This shit is pure fan service. Do not get it twisted. Do not come off up in here thinking that you finna get you like some type of crazy Oscar worthy performance. Maybe the special effects and the graphics and presentation could get some type of reward because this shit is like nothing that we've seen before. But the story and the characters, if y'all are looking to compare this to like epic movies like Gladiator and shit like that, y'all are in the wrong place. This shit is damn near like a parody of epic movies, because Mario has been doing epic stuff since that first movie. Princess Peach is his sensei. We've never seen nothing like that in the games, but this movie makes it that way. Remember, the story of Mario starts way back when Princess Peach was being held up top by Donkey Kong. That shit was damn near a King Kong parody in itself. The first game that came out where you climb up the ladders as Mario and Donkey Kong is throwing the barrels down. This movie, Super Mario Galaxy, is coming with its own unique story approach to the game, because if you had to run left and right in a game for hours, that shit would be insane. But we still get homages paid to gaming culture, period. Like, this is bigger than just Mario. We got cameos from different franchises that show us a glimpse into what else is possible, or what other franchises could also get features made, and it's gonna make a lot of money. I don't care what the critics say. This is what happens when you deny the art of gaming, when you deny the movement of the gaming culture. Y'all make all these low ratings, and this shit's still about to make a whole lot of money, man. Shout out to Nintendo. Shout out to Sega. I seen a trailer for Sonic 4. Was that Sonic 4 or am I? Yeah, that's Sonic 4 coming out next year probably. And like I once said, man, with these games doing this, and everybody who grew up on these games has kids, and it's going to be a moment where you could take your kids to the movies and enjoy this with them, because they see all these special effects and quirky characters, and you get to enjoy this stuff that you grew up with being shown in a way that you never thought we would ever see this. We were used to seeing choppy 90s animated cartoons that had to show the same animations over and over again because they probably had a cut budget, but now we get to see feature-length films of our favorite characters presented in some of the best 3D graphics we've ever seen, better than like any E3 presentation that we've seen. This shit is fucking crazy as a gamer who was born and raised in the 90s, who's seen this shit go from pixels to whatever the fuck you would have called this now, because I mean, photorealistic, you know, this is going for like whatever. Like, I don't know, the hair on these characters look real. That's all I can say. I just got through dropping some Resident Evil videos. I still have zombie fever. I tried to play Dead Island 2. It didn't really work out for me. I played for a few hours. You're probably gonna be seeing some of that footage playing right now. But Dead Island 2 is a game that's like 10 years too late, and they already had a franchise that evolved. That whatever engine that they were using on Dead Island, it was already evolved by the time we got to Dying Light. I played through Dying Light 2, and since I did not get any type of satisfaction or fulfillment while playing through the first hours of Dead Island 2, I'm gonna continue with another game that the Dying Light series just released. I'm pretty sure some of y'all know what that is, but that video is gonna be coming soon. Feel free to like and subscribe, because that is going to be getting our zombie fix. And then after that, I'm going to have to show some love, or during that time, I don't know, all this shit is going to be record in some type of fashion, some type of way that I could make it appropriate for when it releases. But I got to show some love to one of my favorite, like, I don't know, IPs ever. It's a Marvel IP. I'm teasing this shit because I'm not spoiling this shit, man. My channel, I don't even know what you would call my YouTube channel. I guess you could say it's a lot of variety off up in there, because I'm not like a one game channel. Like, I remember watching YouTube growth videos, and they were like, focus on one game and just keep making videos on that one game to build an audience. But I'm like, I was raised on G4, man. G4 Tech TV, where you would be watching X Play, and then the next 30 minutes you'll be watching Cinematech, and then the next 30 minutes you'll be watching Arena or like Portal or some shit like that. That is my big inspiration for my YouTube channel. It's a variety of shit, gameplay, chit chat shit like this, you know, podcast format type shit, reviews with cinematic editing, documentary type shit where I focus in on like certain, I don't know, thoughts and topics. The closest I'll get to making videos, like multiple videos on a game, is like I do have these experiments that I'm thinking of where I'm gonna be like, I don't know. All I can say is it's gonna be inspired by Adult Swim. That's all I can say right now. That's like the concept in my head. And also, like, if I start, like, if I want to go back to a game and talk about a specific point and I want to just dig deep into that, like have like dig deep into a philosophy about a game or a thought where I could like think up something and then have proof. I guess that's what video essays are, when you think of a topic and then you provide evidence and then you start and see, like, you express those thoughts and see what other people's thoughts are when they put them in the comments. I guess that's what that is. Those are other types. Like, that's the closest I'm gonna get to making multiple videos about one game, which could be cool. It's gonna be sometime in the future, but I got just so many ideas flowing in my head. I get an idea, I manifest that idea in a video, I have some free time to have some fun, and then another idea comes to my head, and then I draw that plan up, and then I decide to slay that concept. Like, I don't know, man. I look at it like fighting monsters or having, I don't know if I look at it, it's like, it's a weird thing that I could think of in my head. I think of it like slaying or checking off a mission or just like creating a new child, a new project that hopefully ages gracefully. Hopefully we'll see. I'm about to go finish watching Alien Romulus. I watched a part of it earlier and then I had to go attend a family function. But going through this first part of the movie got me thinking, man, like like the thought that comes to my head, like the biggest thing in this movie that struck my brain is when I seen how people were reacting to the what do they call it, the synthetic in the movie, the dude who's artificial, or the synthetic people period in the alien universe, the way how they need directives or they need a purpose to propel them in order to be motivated and for them to be, I guess, happy or satisfied. That's how their happiness comes, from being satisfied from the directing or the purpose that they're given. And it's funny how that's what a lot of us are looking for in life, for fulfillment and satisfaction, or to have a life, pretty much. Because if you don't have no direction and you feel like you're living without a purpose, a lot of people get driven to dark places. And it's funny how pretty much the androids in the alien movies, they're like a reflection of people, because whenever they don't have anything to do, they just fall. They just like, I don't know, they just like that's it. They just freeze up. Like, you see it in the movie, like they got to reboot their systems or something like that, or they sit up there awaiting people to give them purposes, man. There's so many people out here that are looking for something to believe in or a purpose to have that can propel them from a moment of stasis in life. And that shit is fucking crazy to me, man. I don't know if that shit sound like crazy talk, but it's funny how people and androids end up damn near being the same thing. And yeah, that's like way far from like aliens hugging your face and putting babies all inside of you. Shout out to Alien for, I don't know, being iconic for that. But my thought process took me to that deep corner though. So yeah, but that's how I'm finna end this video. I'm gonna catch y'all later, man. And shout out to the developers at The Division. I'm gonna bring this shit back full circle. Hopefully somebody is out here considering the possibilities of what would happen if y'all decided to make a fully cooperative, tactical, third-person shooter where we're roaming the streets in an open environment. Come on, man. Syphon filter vibes, but new age mechanics and fluidity and yeah. Y'all stay geeked. I'll catch y'all later, man.